The only thing that we cannot choose is to choose not to choose, because that itself is a choice. Look at this situation. In this game, Ghost of Tsushima, you're presented with a difficult decision where you kill your uncle for his honor. Should you let him live?
Honor me with a warrior's death.
These are some moral decisions that we are presented in certain games. So, long before technology, screens or stories, or any polygons on a television screen, the Quran introduces humanity with a declaration. It stated that Adam is to be a caliph on earth, a vicegerent, a caretaker, a steward, and is being entrusted with choice. And soon after, we witness the first moral decision placed before humans. Do not go near this tree. A simple command, a simple boundary is also an invitation, a lesson to humanity, a lesson that humanity will always carry the ability to choose, to refrain from the tree, which is a good thing, or to draw near it, which is a harmful thing. From the very beginning, after knowledge came choice, and it is something that exists in every part and every day of our lives. Choice shapes who we become. It is a factor that is often used to define whether we're good or we're bad, who we are and who we're not. And as humans spread it around the world, we always carried our stories with us. But one medium that rises above the rest when it comes to choice is games. Games hand the reign of the story to the player. They allow us to choose which characters to support, when to show mercy, when to walk away from conflict.
But I will not kill my family.
Some choices are heavy moral paths, betrayals or act of compassion, and other choices are lighter, choosing your clothing, the way you look in a game, and so on and so forth. But beneath every option lies something much older, the ability afforded to humans to choose, something Allah granted way before press X to decide ever existed. But why does choice matter? Muslims believe that this world was made as a testing ground to see which one amongst us are best in our actions. So the things that we decide to do, your actions, your choices. Muslims make daily decisions on right and wrong things. We would practice restraint, like for example in Ramadan, restraining from food. So when Muslims play games, it's a natural thing for this instinct to carry over. In violent scenes, a player might be drawn towards more honesty and more of a peaceful, patient way of approaching certain conflicts. And with games, we can use them to present so many different moral situations or to exercise practices of what decisions you might make in certain situations. These situations can cause players to think. Questions like, what does this choice that I'm making say about me? Allah emphasizes for people to think and ponder. It's something the Quran pushes Muslims and those which are reading it to do. So these reflections are present and can be present in many, many more games. Accountability is another essential aspect of these games and how they present us with choice. Because in the real world, when we make certain decisions, we see consequences of those decisions that we made. Equally in the game, when you make certain decisions, you should see the consequences of those actions. Whether those decisions impact the ability for you to prosper in that game, or does it become harder? Even the ending of that story in that game might shift. This form of accountability allows a player to understand and engage in practices that life is built up of different choices. And the decisions that you make, if you decide to take better moral decisions, be patient, be merciful, consequentially, it might work in your favor at the end of the day. So yeah, games can become an arena to explore difficult moral decisions and situations. but also an education ground, a place where we can help people see situations they may not necessarily have been, have engaged with in life. Meet different worlds and see how other people see things and how the consequences of our decisions in that particular society and how things would, envelop. It could present us with questions. Why did I choose mercy? Why did that type of betrayal feel wrong? So in these small reflections, it builds empathy, it builds patience, it builds awareness and responsibility. Obviously not as a replacement for faith or a replacement for real life scenarios, but an echo of it. A companion to a moral instinct that Islam nurtures in daily life. At the end of the day, games can and often are more than just mere entertainment. They can become mirrors that reflect back our choices, intentions, and the world we strive to create, even if it's only just in pixels. Because whether on Earth there's a Khalifa or in a game as the protagonist, Khalifa of sorts, there is one thing that humanity always carries: the power to choose and the responsibility that comes with that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.